Hi, it's Monday, June 20th, 2016. Monaco 64 here, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. This is a market update. We've had a big move in the markets overnight from Sunday to Monday. It's 1:30 p.m. London time, so around 8:30 New York time. We've got another hour until the stock market opens. But all the story this morning, all the talk is that the Leave campaign is dropped in the polls, and that the Brexit referendum will, the result will be to stay, and it's all on the back of the murder of Joe Cox, the MP, last Thursday. I think that a lot of the mainstream media, not all of them, because some are for the Leave campaign, but there's a lot of talk now that people are not so sure if they're going to leave. So it's all being played up, and even in the markets today, the Dow is up 200 points. The British pound is at 146.37, up 269 pips, which is pretty big, or 1.87%. Remember that before the stabbing and shooting of this MP on Thursday, the pound was touched 140.11. So it's up six big figures in 3 trading days, which is quite big. Gold, of course, has been hit. We closed around 1,300 on Friday. It rebounded really well from the dropping it had on Thursday. Today, we're at 1284, down 14, and we got down to 1277.87. I personally think, right now things are going to be quite choppy. Some people say, oh, the stock market is going up. That means volatility is down. Well, maybe as measured by the VIX, but the foreign exchange market is all over the place. And the Dow could very well be down 200 tomorrow if a poll comes out and says that Brexit or the Leave campaign is doing well, actually. So in my opinion, it's very dangerous. Trading is like kind of out of the question. One thing I would say is that the fundamentals have not changed. Don't forget last week the Fed, who was supposed to raise rates, we had a live meeting, so to speak. That's what the market said, live meeting, they're going to hike. They didn't. And they downgraded the U.S. Economic growth. They downgraded how many hikes they're going to do in the future, if they're going to do any at all. And yes, fundamentals haven't changed. And even if the British people vote to stay in the EU, I don't think it's going to be any help to the fundamental picture. And yeah, there's quite a few stories here on Zero Hedge. I know some of you say Zero Hedge is not real news, it's fake news, and I disagree completely. They're very good. They cover subjects in a very contrarian fashion, in my view. And so they have an article here, Martin Armstrong on assassination conspiracies to do with the MP. And he says, I quote, "There's too much at stake to allow Brexit." So he's questioning, he's questioning if there's something fishy going on here, because a week prior to the stabbing and death of this MP, the Brexit campaign to leave was like really gathering steam, and now it's kind of gone down. So that's what we hear, though. You never know. I mean, maybe the people are going to be even more determined to vote to leave. I just think it's quite tricky and uncertain, and the markets are going to be quite choppy, in my opinion. There's another article here, and it's related to a trader. And he says, the next few days will be dominated by fear. Why one trader isn't buying today's massive stock surge. So I read a little bit about this article. So let's see who's that. Some thoughts on today's dramatic global risk on. That's what they call when the markets, all the risky assets go up. They call it risk on. So from Mark Cudmore, a former FX trader who writes for Bloomberg. So he's actually saying he's not too convinced. And he says at the end, markets will remain sensitive to all headline developments, either for or against departure. But the relief rally will soon fade, and globally, most risky assets will trade weaker by Thursday. So that's how he sees it. So, yeah, Brexit is going to be the main thing. And you might ask, because the UK economy, I think, is only about 4.5% of global GDP. Why is it so important that such a small country has such an impact on the markets? I think it's more to do with the European Union project. Don't forget, the UK is not part of the euro, but it's part of the European Union. And to be in the euro, I guess you have to be in the European Union. It doesn't make sense to be out of the European Union and have a euro. So if the UK does leave, for example, Italians might think, why don't we leave the European Union and the euro? I was reading earlier that one of the anti-establishment parties in Italy, the Five Star Movement, they did very well this weekend in the mayoral elections in Rome. They won over 60% of the vote against the government candidate, the political party government candidate. So, and in Turin as well, the Five Star Movement, which is anti-establishment, they won by 55 to 45. I think in Rome it was like 65 to 35. So yeah, these movements are gathering pace, and the only way they're going to stop it is through cheating, in my opinion. So I would say that right now what we're getting is like, the analogy would be that you'd be sailing a sailboat and it's really rough and the waves are very choppy and you're tackling and the boat's listing back and forth, and that's what we're seeing in the market. A lot of, noise, and currencies are going all over the place, especially the British pound, stock markets as well, precious metals. So I would just stay put, batten down the hatches, and keep an eye on things. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll come back later. Bye.